Hi everyone, my name is Karen and welcome back to my channel, Rather Be Reading. I'm here today to do the coffee book tag. This is actually the first tag that I was ever tagged in. Yay! I'm really excited. I was tagged by Leia over at Hi I Love Books, so make sure to go check her out. She's awesome. And I'll also leave a link to her video and to the original video created by Bangity Bangs in the description box so that you can check that one out as well. And let's just jump straight in. Number 1, Black Coffee. Name a series that is hard to get into but has hardcore fans. And for this one, I'm going with the Song of Ice and Fire series by George R.R. Martin. This is the first one, A Game of Thrones. Now, I haven't actually seen the show. I know, I'll get onto it. But I have read all the books, and I haven't read a lot of fantasy, like much fantasy at all really, so not being used to the genre, I did find this a little bit harder like to get into, but don't worry, I did get into it and I did enjoy all the books. But yeah, this series definitely has some hardcore fans surrounding it. Number 2, Peppermint Mocha. I've never actually had a Peppermint Mocha. Name a book that gets more popular around the festive time. I don't actually own this book, but I'm going with A Christmas Carol by Charles Dickens. I mean, do I really need to say anything else? Of course, this book gets a lot more popular around winter and around Christmas time. I haven't actually read this book though. I definitely need to get on that. Number 3, Hot Chocolate. What is your favourite children's book? For this one, I'm going with the Teen Power Inc. series by Emily Rodda. This is an Australian series about a group of kids who solve like crimes and mysteries. It's actually probably classified as more middle grade than children's, but we're going with it. And I really enjoyed this series when I was a lot younger, and I would actually really like to collect the series because I don't own any of the books anymore, but they're out of print and they're like really expensive on eBay. Like some of them are not too bad, but the more like rarer titles now they're out of print. Some people charge like $70 for like one of the book in the series. So yeah, it would be a while before I'll be collecting that series at those prices. Number 4, Double Espresso. Name a book that kept you on the edge of your seat from start to finish. For this, I'm going with Don't Stand So Close by Luana Lewis. This is about an agoraphobic woman who, it's in the middle of a blizzard and this teenage girl knocks on her front door, and it kind of jumps between what's happening with that and 3-ish years earlier, and she like kind of shows what led to her becoming agoraphobic, and it's quite intense. And I really enjoyed it. I read this, I think, back in July, and I gave it 4 stars. It's definitely really enjoyable and an intense read. Number 5, Starbucks. Name a book you see everywhere. One I see everywhere, and you're about to see here, is We Were Liars by E. Lockhart. I actually haven't read this yet, but I plan to soon. I really want to read it. I feel like it's one that I see around a lot. Everyone's kind of got an opinion about it. They either love it or they hate it, and I can't wait to find out whether I love it or hate it. So yes, this one is definitely one I see around a lot. Number 6, That Hipster Coffee Shop. Give a book by an indie author a shout out. Now, I haven't actually read too many indie books that I can think of, so I don't really have an answer for this one. I have read one self-published book that I can think of, but I really didn't enjoy it, so I don't want to give that one a shout out. So if you guys have any recommendations for any indie books that are great and that I should look into, definitely leave them down below because I'd love to check them out. Number 7, Oops, I Accidentally Got Decaf. Never actually tried decaf, but I don't think I'd be into it. Name a book you were expecting more from. For this, I'm going with The Memory Keeper's Daughter by Kim Edwards. This book has a really interesting premise. It's set in, I think it's in the 60s, and this doctor, it's set during, like, it starts during a blizzard, and this doctor, with the help of a nurse, is delivering his wife's baby, and it turns out that it's twins, but the second twin has Down syndrome, and so he lies to his wife and says that the second baby has died and gives it to the nurse and tells her to take it to a mental institution, but she doesn't take it to a mental institution. She decides to raise the baby as her own. So I mean, like, it's a really interesting premise, and I thought it was going to be amazing, but I just really didn't end up liking it that much at all. So yeah, definitely The Memory Keeper's Daughter. And the final question, The Perfect Blend. Name a book or series that was both bitter and sweet, but ultimately satisfying. For this, I had to go with Harry Potter by J.K. Rowling. I mean, the series was bitter. You read it. You know what I'm talking about. But it was sweet, so sweet, and so satisfying. I love Harry Potter, so satisfying. So yeah, I couldn't go with anything but Harry Potter for this question. And that's all the questions. I'm going to tag Robin from Read All the Books. Do this tag, Robin. Please like, comment, and subscribe. And that's all I've got for you today. Bye, guys.